In 1991, Cleveland native Charles Jackson was wrongfully convicted of murder, putting him behind bars for nearly 3 decades. Then in 2018, thanks to the Ohio Innocence Project, he was freed. Jackson's lawyers say detectives hid evidence that could have exonerated him.
Now, after 5 years of living life on his own terms, we're meeting the real Charles Jackson. Here's Lindsey Buckingham.
My name is Charles Jackson. I was wrongfully convicted. I served 27 years, 6 months and 20 days for a crime I didn't commit.
At 59, Charles Jackson is finding his voice again. A voice silenced in 1991 when a jury convicted him of killing a man and trying to kill another. For nearly 30 years, he carried a label he never deserved.
It's like a certain type of feeling, humiliation or whatever, to hear like convicted murderer or, you know, he's a killer. And
year after year, missed birthdays and holidays with his 4 children.
so if you don't have your parents, then who's gonna love you like your mom and your dad?
And missed time with loved ones. Precious time he'd never get back.
I lost a brother, and shortly after that, my mom passed away. Then it just seemed like family members just started dying left and right.
At a certain point after a few years where reality set in that your situation wasn't changing, how did you get through? What did you have to tell yourself?
I'm a funny dude, and I think my humor what got me through a lot of it. I just wanted to live, and it doesn't matter where I am. I'm gonna try to live the best life I can live, you know?
What was life like for you before everything happened?
Big family, spent plenty of time with my family. Like Sundays, we was doing the soul food dinners.
The youngest of 10 children, family is everything to Charles. And they were waiting for him with open arms. When finally, in November of 2018, thanks to the Ohio Innocence Project, he was freed.
I can't describe the feeling, but it was relief. It was just a flood of, you know, like all the anxiety and all the pressure was on me and everything, just like it just evaporated.
Since then, life has been both a hard adjustment.
You know, it's just crazy when you leave and your kids come back and everything's changed.
And a blessing.
2 little grandbabies. One she'll be 2, and one is just turned 1.
So they were born after you were released?
Yes.
That must have been a special feeling.
They were born actually when I came home.
These days, he spends time with family and friends, putting his culinary school skills to good use. And
it's so different in there, maybe because of the hair.
Exactly.
Savoring every single moment with the love of his life, Trish.
We met through my niece.
When you met him, or before you met him, did you have any idea of his story?
No, I knew nothing about his story. Very blown away, like unbelievable what he's been through. I couldn't imagine going through that or having to live through that.
A relationship after 27 years in prison isn't without challenges.
You'll be a superstar.
Yet it's his past which inspires Charles to love so deeply.
Then I prayed for somebody. I asked God, just give me somebody who I can share my life with.
He's amazing. I tell him all the time, like, I've never dated no one like him before, who's like caring and cares about me and a family man. He's a father, he's a brother, he's a friend. You know, he's my best friend.
Charles is taking things one day at a time, appreciating the sunshine and feeling the cold air on his face.
Find something to hold on to. Be it God, your children, people who love you, really love you, they're gonna be there for you. And they're gonna let you know constantly that you're not alone.
His past, part of his story, but he's rewriting a new one by leading with love. Lindsey Buckingham, 3 News.
Wow. A few months ago, state officials approved a payment of more than $767,000 to Jackson for what they called compensation for his time in prison.
Now, that won't be it. Under law, he's entitled to $56,000 for each year he spent behind bars.
We wish him the best. Cannot imagine what that gentleman has been through.
What a guy. Yep.